Come to our time of confession. And confession is not just a thing we do at conversion, never again afterwards, for sin is not just a thing we did before conversion, and never again afterwards. Confession is a discipline we do in faith as long as we sin, for confession of sin is also a confession of faith, that our sins have been dealt with. And how are they dealt with? Well, let's remember. In Matthew 27:29, when they had twisted a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed the knee before him, mocked him, and said, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And then they spat on him and took the reed and struck him on the head. We also read in Isaiah 52:14, "Many were astonished at you, so his visage was marred more than any man, and his form more than the sons of men." Both the prophecy we are given and the historical description tell us that Jesus Christ was physically disfigured before and for the cross. His face, or visage, was ruined. His body, or form, was so beaten he did not look human. And spiritually, there was something going on as well. Romans 8:3, "For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, God did by sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh on account of sin, and he condemned sin in the flesh." On the cross, sin was being condemned. It was being condemned in the flesh of Jesus Christ. Christ was, within and without, being crushed for sin. And as we'll read today in our second lectionary reading, 2 Corinthians 5:2, "He made him," Jesus, "who knew no sin, to be sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of God in him." So we know why Jesus was disfigured for us. Because every lie that you have told, every angry comment that God would call murder, and all the world's murders itself, every lusty eye that God would call adultery, and all homebreakers themselves, every envious covetousness and malicious act that deforms us, all of it deformed Jesus. For those few hours, he carried every evil action that his people have done, that every evil action, every one, would never come before them, before you, and God. And that reminds us of our need to confess. So hear this from Psalm 32:5. "I acknowledge my sin to you, and my iniquity I have not hidden." If you are with us this morning, you are invited to kneel with us. Come, let us worship and bow down, kneel before the Lord our God, our Maker.